or welcome back to A Game of Francis and Thorns. My name's Hannah and this is a weekly reading vlog. It's about 6 o'clock, you want to say? About 6:15 on Monday, the 22nd of November. I have quite a bit to introduce this video with, so I think we'll get to box 1 and box 2, and then I'll talk about the books I'm reading. So I'm just going to leave you with the view of the artboard and grab my little opener. Don't worry, it's not over, it's just cold. I think this was my favourite fruit as well, so we'll start with the favourite. Excuse me. So this is the November box, and I believe the November theme was Vengeance is Yours. So as you can see, I've just cut this open so I'll let you have a sneaky peek. And right off the bat I see a travel cup. I like travel cups. So, where is the spoiler card? Right, spoiler card. So, let's have a look. So we have the travel map, which I think is inspired by Jade Faired Gold. Oh, and it's bamboo. I don't think I've ever had a bamboo one. That is inspired by Jade Faired Gold, designed by Americana Design. I've got no idea. Oh, there's a handy little tab there. That's actually quite helpful. So this is it. Oh, and it has the nice lid I like. I like these floppy lids, and it has a little sleeve. And then does it say anything underneath the sleeve? Let's have a look. The heart is not a weakness. That's it. It's a little bit smaller than my other travel cups, I think, but it does come with a handy sleeve, which we like. And a nice floppy lid, so I do appreciate that. Washi tape. So this is inspired. This is by Blanca Design again, and it is Rage of Dragons washi tape. The worst thing about having long nails is I can't always get into boxes. Oh no, that's nice. I like that. Let them think me a monster. Put a little drop in. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. So that's quite nice. I like that. Black and gold cotton to go around with black and gold. All the wormies, we'll try to keep them in the box, otherwise I'll be finding them forever. Okay, so we have a paper bag, copy war enamel pin designed by Saltese. Now that's pretty. I'll show you in a minute. but it says, I don't believe in gods, I believe in power. And I'm guessing that this girl is Rin. Well, that's nice. I do like a good archer. We have... what are you? You don't feel like a tea towel. Are you just a microfiber cloth? Oh, but you are the Ishwab. The world, when the world resists, you break its rules. It's a microfiber cloth, and that is inspired by Vicious and designed by Stella Bookish Art. What are you? So I think you are a notebook. From blood and ash we will rise. It's so shiny. And it has straight edges. Now for a notebook, this is nice. It's not a notebook. It is a review journal. I like that. Now that's nice. I'm not gonna lie. I might use this when I get back into reviewing, because at the moment I'm just reading. This is a first time ever, and features a beautiful design by Adichie and is inspired by the British series by Jennifer Almondrout, or Jennifer L. Almondrout. I get all my tarot cards. Don't open the book just yet. Right at the bottom. And the tarot cards last month were from Rivera. They were Parasite and Pico, I would say. But anyway, these are from they are the 7 and 8 of Pentacles, designed by L. Gions, and feature Malik and Karina from A Songs of Rape and Ruin by Roseanne E. Brown. I do like this style. I don't know if it's the same author as last month, but I do like that. I haven't read Songs of Rape and Ruin yet, but I do own it. So, let's have a look in the pouch. Alright, so you've got great edges, and where's my fairy scoop? I'm going to get that out first. We'll have a look at the fairy scoop in a minute. Oh, I don't have a fairy scoop this month. But the book is Jade Fire Gold by June C. Altan. And I'm not going to lie, this is one that I've been really interested in, but know nothing about. So we have the sprayed edges at top and bottom, and then we have this sword stencil. There we go. Don't open things before you get complaining. So we have the theme art bookmark, and we have our letter from the author. I like it when you put it in the book, and she's pretty. So we'll have a sneak peek. Oh, we have an archer, and I think, yep, we have an archer and a swordswoman, and we have on the cover. And then we have an under dust jacket art. Can you see? The hiccups. So we'll just read out what it says. In an empire on the brink of war, Anne is no one with no past or no family. Altan is a lost heir, his future stolen away as a child. When they meet, Altan sees in Khan, A-H-N, Khan, When they meet, Altan sees a man a path to reclaiming the throne, and sees a way to finally unlock her past and understand her lethal magical abilities. But they may have a price. They may have to pay a far deadlier price than either could have imagined. Girls in Paper and Fire, which I have but haven't read yet, meets A Song of Earth and Runes, which we know I have but not read. In June, see Altan's stunning debut, where ferocious action, shadowy intrigue, rich magic, and captivating slow burn magic collide. Oh, and we know I like slow burn. So I'm guessing that this is on. This is Altan, and I've got no idea how these people are. But we will find out. I do like it when I get a cup or travel mug, even though I'm slowly having. I think I probably have too many at this point, but you never have too many mugs, especially when you have to travel for work and it's cold and there's a coffee shop in the station. But we have our signature, and is that a dragon? That is a dragon. Please say there are dragons in this book. We'll quickly review the Fairy Scoop, which is just our interview with the author. This cover has exclusive cover, stenciled spray edge, signed by the author, artwork on the reverse of the religious jacket, and foil embossing on the hardcover. Very cute. You are stepping up your game with these foil embossings. December's theme is Dance with Death. We think we can all agree that most main characters in YA fantasy dance with death at some point in their journey, but some even cross into the afterlife and return. This box is dedicated to the most daring characters that risk it all regardless of what is at stake. Can expect items inspired by Once Upon a Broken Heart, which I own. I have the favourite edition. I have yet to haul it officially, and I have yet to read it. We Hunt the Flame, I've read. I actually quite enjoyed that one. These Violent Delights, I've read and really enjoyed. I need the sequel. And another new collectible item inspired by Hades and Persephone, and a second book. It's a 2-book month. The second book in this box is a newly released paperback about vampires. And it will come with an exclusive cover and digital signature. Dance with Death, did we really expect anything other than vampires to pop up here? Our featured book of the month is a thrilling and unforgettable mystery fantasy with ghosts, romance, and so many fantastic characters to root for. I have no idea about either of these. Fairy Loot exclusive edition will have an exclusive cover, sprayed edges, artwork on the reverse of the dust jacket by Emily Snaith _art, foil embossing on the hardcover by the same artist, and will come with a signed book plate. So, 2 books to look forward to. And we'll put that there. And then we'll get on with Book Club. So I pay for both of these with my own money. They are not sent for review or sponsorship or anything like that. I just like them. It's the same with the Illumicrate when that gets here too. So, I cannot remember what this theme was. Oh, Frozen Fantasies. There's the art cover, which is pretty, and there's the spoiler card. We have the Clubhouse invite, which I'm going to pop there because I don't want spoilers for the book. Pop that there and move all of these to there. Oh, right at the top we have Pop on the Floor. Don't worry, there's a lid. Have a lid on. Stay. What are you? Are you a cushion cover or nope? You're a tea towel. I don't know what you're inspired by though. I don't even know which way you go. You go that. Oh, let's see. I think it might be his Northern Lights by Philip Pullman, because we have Lyra and Yorick. Actually, Yorick and Lyra. Yep. Northern Lights inspired detail by The Long Room. What I like about the box club, I don't know if you can see it on the spoiler card. I don't think the camera can pick it up very well. But if the creators of the box, the contributors, have an Etsy shop, they do link it. They do put it in there, which is quite nice. Then we have the White Witch's Mini Hot Chocolate. Oh! This is inspired by Chronicles of Narnia, because the quote underneath, I don't think you can see it, but it's from Edmund Pevensey, and it says, very sweet and foamy and creamy. I'm not sure if he was talking about, I think he must be talking about hot chocolate, but I know he has a thing for Turkish delight too. Rich and velvety dark chocolate infused with natural mint oil and golden granulated sugar, made with sustainably sourced cocoa from the Ivory Coast and handcrafted in Congo, and then stir into hot milk and enjoy. So that's quite a nice little item, and it's dark chocolate, so I do think it might be suitable for vegans. I'm not vegan, but I do appreciate dairy free when I can. So that's a nice one by Colonel Chocolate, and they have a direct website. And then I have an eye mask. This is when I am blind and cannot see you. But that's quite nice. I'll just leave it like this for the rest of the video. Frozen Eye Mask by artwork by Pen and Ink. It is a book. The theme of this box was frozen fantasies. Though we're not going to get away with not having a frozen item while we're in this house. It's moving up, can you see? But we'll take it off. I like that. Don't know if I would wear it though. We have some badges inspired by the Book of the Month. So we'll do that in a minute. Haha, one more item I think. And it is a sleep spray. Frozen Fantasies sleep spray. Can't really read what the writing says. Let's see. This is by the Box Club, so it's an in-house item. Pop up the relaxing vibes with a spritz of our Frozen Fantasy sleep spray. With notes of lavender and geranium, you'll be feeling suitably chilled in no time. Spray onto the lady's pillow or sheets before bedtime or after a bath. Can also be used during the day to calm nerves. Now that is nice because, you know, I have an interview next week which I'll talk to you about in a minute. Oh, I do like that. Okay, so book of the month related items. We have these badges, which I think I've still got room on my bin banners. We have the badges, and one says Midnight in Everwood, and the other is a really pretty ballerina motif. We have a bookmark. I do like it when we get bookmarks. And in case you couldn't tell, the book of the month is Midnight in Everwood by M.A. Kuznia. And I'm not going to lie, I saw this in Waterstones and was very, very tempted. But I'm glad I didn't, because do I have a... It is signed in a really pretty gold pen. So, N.A. Midnight Neighborhood. I think this might be a Nutcracker retelling, but I'm not 100%. Let's dive into the synopsis. Nottingham at 1906. Marietta still longs to be a ballerina, but as Christmas draws nearer, her dancing days are numbered. She must marry and take up her place in society in the new year. But when a mysterious toy maker, Dr. Drosselmeyer, purchases a neighbouring townhouse, it heralds the arrival of magic and wonder in Marietta's life. After Drosselmeyer constructs an elaborate theatrical set for her final ballet performance on Christmas Eve, Marietta discovers it carries a magic all of its own, a magic darker than anyone could imagine. As the clock chimes midnight, Marietta finds herself transported from her family's ballroom to a frozen sugar palace. Silent with trees in a forest of snow-topped fir trees, she must find a way to return home before she's trapped in Everwood's enchanting grove forever. In the darkness of night, magic awaits, and you will never forget what you find here. And it's just blue underneath. So, I thought I knew her name. This is the author who wrote the Ship of Shadows as well. Oh, that name was familiar. And this is her debut adult novel. So that's that in a nice long introduction to this vlog. So while I clean up and put everything, all the wormies in one box ready to put down to take it out to the rubbish later, let's talk about the book I'm currently reading. So that is still Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I did say on the last vlog that I would probably finish this yesterday being Sunday. I didn't. I had a really bad head and I just decided, have an early night and just chill, ready for work tomorrow, meaning today. But I have been reading on the train and my thoughts are still the same. I am quite enjoying it. Diana is still cluelessly sarcastic. Alia is meaningly sarcastic, and they are and Alia is a warbringer, descendant of the infamous Helen of Troy, and it is her destiny she is fated to bring about an age of bloodshed and misery, and Diana saves her life from Thermopolis, I want to say is where they live, or Themyscira. Diana saves her life in Themyscira and then risks exile because of that, but then decides that saving Alia is worth it. So they go back to New York to try and find a way to cleanse Alia's bloodline. And that's pretty much all I can tell you without spoilers. But I am quite enjoying it. And I think I'm going to put these away and read and then come back to you when I finish the book, if not tomorrow. It's Tuesday. I finished the Leigh Bardugo Warbringer last night. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. The reveal of the villain fell flat, as it normally does in comic books, because the person's normally hidden in plain sight, which works in movies. Don't think it really works in books that well, at least books that are so short. And I do think some of the character development scenes went on a tad too long and pulled the story down too much, and it struggled to get going, so that the big reveal and the big action paced scenes they didn't really hit the spot. So it was an enjoyable read. I just don't think I'm going to reread it. So it'll probably end up in the box. And I did start in The Age of Witches by Louisa Mogan. This is a historical fantasy set in the 1890s-ish in New York, following the Bishop family, I want to say. So I'll read the back. That's probably going to give a better synopsis than I can, considering I'm only this much in, 48 pages in. So a magical tale of family, ambition and love set in Gilded Age New York and London. In 1692, Bridget Bishop was hanged as a witch. 200 years later, her legacy lives on in the scions? I'll never say that. I'm never sure how to say that. Of two very different lines. One dedicated to using their powers to heal and help women in need, the other determined to grasp power for themselves. This clash will play out in the fate of Annis, a young woman in Gilded Age New York, who finds herself a pawn in the family struggle for supremacy. She'll need to claim her own power to save herself and resist succumbing to the darkness that threatens to overcome them all. So far, we have seen Bridget's hanging scene, her death, where she calls upon the Maleficana? It does tell you. The Malefica. And obviously that must splinter the family tree even more so. So we have Harriet, who I'm thinking is on the side of good. She uses her power to help and heal women in need. She lives in New York, and we meet her in the middle of the early morning gathering herbs. Then she comes into the path of Annis, who is her great niece, on the back of a giant stallion, riding astride, which in those days, not the done thing, so Annis is striking in that way. We do get chapters in Annis's perspective as well. And then, so Harriet knows who Annis is. She's her great niece, but Annis doesn't know who Harriet is. She just sees her as a stranger who smiles politely at her, even though she's sitting on top of this giant stallion in the middle of Central Park. I think it was Central Park. Anyway, then we meet Frances. Now Frances is from the other side of the family that seems to use the Malefica to get what they want. It is being heavily implied that Frances has bewitched or ensnared Annis's father in some way to get his power and influence and money. And Harriet seems to be the only person that knows this. So Frances banned Harriet from seeing Annis because Harriet wanted to teach Annis the ways of the herbs and goodness if Annis showed that gift, but I'm guessing that Frances wants Annis to dip into the side of the selfish magic, the Malefica, and we go from there. So it is quite interesting so far. For it being historical fiction, I do find that I am really enjoying it. The writing isn't too overwritten. There's enough of the sense that I can get the, I want to say jazz age, but it's not. But I'm getting a feel for old time in New York, the romantic feel of New York, which I think is how I normally see New York in the past. But this is all the pages are stuck together. There's about 50 chapters in this. It's about 437 pages long, and I'm on page 48, which is good going considering I only started it this morning. So, I did get some more Christmas presents after work. I went shopping with my sister. She picked 2 books and then I bought myself one. I'll not show you what I bought for her, just because they're not mine to hold there for her for Christmas. But the book I can show you is Dragon City by Katie and Kevin Sang. This is the conclusion to the Dragon Realm series, I believe. It's a series, but I think this is the end. Oh, there's another one. Ooh. I've just flipped to the back and I got a very nice spoiler. Coming March 2022, Dragon Rising. Ooh, so this is a series. I thought this was the end. But this is Dragon City. It is the third in the Dragon Realm series, which follows Billy, who is an 11-year-old Chinese American going to China for a summer camp on a mountain called Dragon Mountain, and whilst there he discovers that dragons are real and goes on an adventure. And that's all I can tell you for spoilers. But the end of the second book, which was Dragon Legend, had me shook. That was a major cliffhanger, and it was quite... didn't expect a kids book to go where it went. And I really wish I could tell you, but spoilers, so I can't. But I did really enjoy these, and I have been wanting to get my hands on a copy of this since it came out. And because December is mood read, I might squeeze this in, because I am wanting to get some middle grades down. So that's it for this update. I think this vlog's already like 40 minutes long, so I'm going to stop rambling, and I'll speak to you soon. Hi guys, so it's Thursday. I'm all snugly cozy up to do some reading. I have Becca's vlog on, and I'm like nearly finished that. And I've just finished The Age of Witches by Louisa and Mogan. This was a beautifully written, beautifully atmospheric, slow burn of a book about the more herbalistic side of witchcraft. It's more wise woman than witch, I would say, which is probably where the whole witch thing came from. I did think it was a nice read. I did feel for Annis. She's getting pulled from pillar to post. There's the expectation of her father and her stepmother, and also while Harriet isn't as pushy, I think there's an expectation there, but that expectation is different because that is these Harriet and Annis coming together as equals. So, 4 stars. What I'm going to do now is make sure I have the video uploaded and scheduled for tomorrow, which is Friday, which would be my TBR. As I'm sure I've mentioned at some point this week, I'm going to be mood reading in December, so that would be fun. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks left on November's TBR. I mean, I'm still quite interested in reading them before the end of the year. One of them is The Winter Garden by Alexandra Bell, which we are in winter. So I think that would be perfect for December. Without telling you what else is on there, there's only like one official book on the TBR, which, if you were around last year, you know, is The Hogfather. I try to read that like every year at Christmas because it's so funny. So that's the plans for this evening. So I think I'll get that sorted, get the video scheduled and started uploading. And I think what I'm going to read now is a Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I have this go up there twice, I can't remember her name. And all I know about that one is it follows a witch who is an archivist. The author is also an archivist, so that'll be an interesting take. and she falls in love with the vampire, and these two species aren't supposed to meet, so it's the forbidden romance there. I have heard mixed things about the vampire character, but it is explained in the sense that he knows he's outdated and he does work on it, but it can be a little bit pushy at times. So let's just see how we feel. We're going into this not knowing anything about it, which to be honest is the way I want to do most books, even if I am swayed by BookTube to buy them. When I actually get around to reading them, I've forgotten what they are actually about. So it's always fun reminding myself. So I'm going to stop nattering on and do that. Okay guys, it's Saturday, it's very late. It is about 5 to 8 and I haven't done any reading today. And that's because I've been busy. So in the morning I went to Newcastle and did some Christmas shopping. I did get some very cute, I think they're cool. A very nice Night Never for Christmas t-shirt. And my favourite thing so far, I did also get some jeans, but you don't need to see that, is this Jack Christmas jumper. It's Jack's face. And then at the bottom it says Holiday Skating. So I will be, you can bet I'll be wearing that in a lot of videos to come. Then I did get my nails done. I'm going to show you them now. We have just a silver glitter, some silver white ombre with, I don't know if my camera is going to pick it up. Probably not, but these two, and so these ones have snowflakes on them. I don't know if my camera can pick it up. And we just have that. And then when I was waiting for the bus to take me to my nail appointment, I called into the charity shop and I picked up 3 books. Well, I mean, £1.10 each. It's like £3.30 for 3 books. You can't really complain at that, can you? So I have a sequel. So this is Extinction Trials Exile by S.M. Wilson. I can't read out the back of this one because it is a sequel. But basically in the first book, The Extinction Trials, we follow Lincoln and Stormchaser, who are in a world where dinosaurs. Where dinosaurs roam, and it is a battle between human and dinosaur. And at the moment, the dinosaurs seem to be winning because humans are barely existing. They are just surviving, they're not living. Both the characters have their own reasons for wanting to go explore. They sign up for these trials that mean they get extra food, extra rations for the time that they're there, and they do get the opportunity to travel outside of Eurasia, I'm going to say. So, this is the sequel to that. I did enjoy the Extinction Trials. For some reason though, and I said this in the vlog where I read it, even though it says right here on the Extinction Trials as well, which is more of a bluey cover, even though it says right here, the Hunger Games meet Jurassic Park, I did not see that, and I didn't know what to expect, even though it does say on there. But 2 books I can talk about are Girl A by Abigail Dean. I've been seeing this everywhere, and I thought if I was going to pick up get into thrillers, why not buy one second hand? So it says, I am Lex Gracie, but they call me Girl A. I grew up with my family on the moors. I escaped when I was 15 years old. Now something is pulling me back. I don't know anything about this book. I don't want to know anything about this book going into it. And then I have Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I'm not sure how you say that. But this is about two teenagers in a Lagos secondary school, Ifemelu and Obenzi, falling in love. Their Nigeria is under military dictatorship, and people are leaving the country if they can. Ifemelu departs for America to study. She suffers defeats and achieves triumphs, all the while feeling the weight of something she never thought of back home: race. Obenzi had hoped to join her, but post 9/11 America will not let him in, and he plunges into undocumented life in Britain. Years later, Obenzi is wealthy in a newly democratic Nigeria, while Ifemelu has achieved success as a writer of an eye-opening blog about race in America. When Ifemelu decides to return home, she and Obenzi will face the hardest decision of their lives. I've heard good things about this author, and I thought, why not pick it up when it was in the charity shop. I have been getting on with The Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, and the back is a little bit vague, but to be honest, that's a good thing. A world of witches, demons and vampires, a manuscript which holds the secrets of their past and the key to their future. Diana and Matthew, the forbidden love at the heart of it. I think when I was talking about this book I did describe Matthew as James. James is the name of the love interest in The Age of Witches. What's interesting about this one, and making me think that maybe this woman was real, was that the matriarch of the witches line in Age of Witches was a bishop. She was Bridget Bishop, and the matriarch of the witches line in this one is also Bridget Bishop. When I say matriarch, I mean like the original. She's the head honcho. And I have my Illuminate box, so we're going to open that. It does feel quite heavy. Might just see a letter opener. It means I don't have to ruin my nails even after just getting them done. So we'll just pack the box in. Yes, we are in. So, can't remember what this theme was. Oh yes, it is Death and Fortune, November 2021. It is the inside with the spoilers. I know my camera's not that good, so we will just keep that to the side and we will go for it. I think the book is Little Thieves by Margaret Owen, so we'll keep that in mind. So we have another collectible. So this does tell me what it is on the box. So there it is. These come in two. This is the collectible items that Illuminate are doing. It is a teacup set, I believe. And this is Nemesis, Goddess of Retribution. Ooh, it is looked nicer than the other one, I think. Don't know if I'm ever going to use these because that is a mouthful. But these are very pretty. Nemesis. And I believe Nemesis is a Greek goddess. We'll pop her back in the bag. And then pop her back in the box to protect her. And we'll have a look at the saucer. We can get into the box. There we go. I think the saucer is bigger. But we have these pictures around the outside. Now that is pretty. Who designed this? Mogan. Our second Greek mythology inspired takeoff. Inspires Nemesis. Nemesis was against undeserved good fortune, and is the perfect lady for a death and fortune box. That makes sense. So we'll pop the back in the box. We have a tin, a book tin. I'm guessing this is Percy Jackson. Moment you remember book tin. Oh, designed by Jess Hawke. Store your bits and bobs in this Scorpio races inspired book tin. I did like this Scorpio races, and I mean, it is fitting for a November box. So, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Scorpio races take place in November? There are moments that you'll remember for the rest of your life, and there are moments that you think you'll remember for the rest of your life, and it's not often they turn out to be the same moment. Maggie's Steve after. So I do like these. These come in handy. They sit on my shelf. I see. Ooh! Now this is a book sleeve. Oh, Smaug. It is Smaug's hard book jacket. Artwork designed by Paul Harmon. This will only fit hardbacks, which is a nice thing. So we can protect the hardbacks when we read. That's nice. I mean, it could fit. I fit a nice notebook as well. We have this little white envelope. Oh, it's a ornament. The first time you share tea, you are a stranger. The second time you share tea, you are an honoured guest. The third time you share tea, you become family. And it's double-sided, and this just goes on your Christmas tree if you celebrate it. If not, it would be a nice little ornament. Nice little decoration. This is designed by Renata Krosnick, and it doesn't seem to have any bookish relation, but it is quite cute, and we all like a good cup of tea in Britain, apparently. We have a bookmark with a nice red tassel, and this is inspired by She Who Became the Sun, and features Zoop, designed by Dalandel at IL. And that is cool. It's very shiny. It's pretty. We have a letter from the author. The pin, designed by Stacey McCoy-Collins, as normal. And the book. Oh, there's also a pen in here, which is quite nice. Is this pen in here? It's not on this folder card. Oh well, an extra item. I have a pen. Anyway, so this is the book. Has nice burnt orange, I would say, sprayed edges. You can see the front. And this is Little Thieves. Oh, that's pretty. We have a signed book plate. I'll stick that in a minute. Oh, so I was right, it is Little Thieves. Once upon a time there was a horrible girl. Vanya Schmidt knows that no gift is freely given, not even a mother's love. The adopted daughter of death and fortune, Vanya has long made her own way in the world as the dutiful servant of Princess Giselle, until a year ago when her otherworldly mothers demanded payment for her care. For their care, sorry. and Vanya decided to steal her future back by stealing Giselle's life. With the help of an enchanted string of pearls, Vanya transformed into her former mistress and took her place, leaving the real Giselle a penniless nobody. Now Vanya leads a lonely but lucrative double life as princess and jewel thief, charming the nobility while emptying their coffers to fund her great escape. Until one heist away from freedom, Vanya crosses the wrong guard and is cursed to turn into jewels stone by stone. With a feral guardian half-guard, Giselle's sinister fiancé, and an over-eager junior detective on her tail, Vanya has just 2 weeks to pull off the biggest grift yet. Or she risks losing more than her freedom. She could lose her life. Oh, now that is pretty underneath. Oh, can I just... It looks very old, like old-timey. Can I just steal this and display it like this? Oh, please. That is pretty. I have read The Merciless Crow and The Faithless Hawk by this author, and I did really enjoy those as well. So, next month's theme is Cursed. That's right, we've kept this theme name simple, because what more do you need to know? Each of these fandoms features characters cursed in some way, as does our featured book. This month's book is a historical fantasy set in Edwardian England. A civil servant finds himself placed as the new liaison to Britain's hidden magical society after the sudden disappearance of his predecessor. Bound by a deadly curse, both he and his prickly magical counterpart must solve the mystery that will save his life. I completely fell in love with the world created by this author, and the dynamics between the two main characters makes for one of Team Alumicrite's favourite romantic pairings ever. Our edition features an exclusive cover with a transparent overlay dust jacket, digitally printed edges, and is signed by the author. As usual, our monthly pin inspired by the book is being created by Stacey McCoy-Conant. Featured fandoms are Winter Night, haven't read it. Nevermore, yes, I've read the first one, loved it. Girl Serpent Thorn, enjoyed that one. And an officially licensed Ninth House item. Ooh. We also have an item featuring multiple fandoms which we'll be doing a reveal for, and this is also a at Rosie Thorne's 88 mug month. I love those mugs. I kind of just end up collecting them and not knowing what to do with them, but they're so pretty. This month we'll be featuring a 2022 calendar with some of our favourite star-crossed lovers. We do like the calendar, they come in handy. So that's it for this update. I think I'm just going to read for the rest of the night. Ow! Pull my hair. And find a way to put all of these on my dough. Yay for me! Hi guys, it's Sunday and I am just popping in to end the vlog. I'm still reading the Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, and things are heating up. I'm probably about halfway. So I expect this to be carried on until December, which is fine, because obviously it's the 28th today, and it's Sunday, so Wednesday is the 1st of December, and we are just mood reading, so we'll see what happens with that one. But I am still enjoying this. It is slow, but it's not too slow that it's feeling like it's dragging. There's a lot of history, a lot of character development happening, and for I think this was just shy of 688 pages, give or take. So it's allowed to be slow, and the romance is definitely slow burny. And I think that's it for this update and this vlog. I know it's going to be a long one because we have 3 unboxings, so if you liked it, give it a like and hit that subscribe button if you want to see this, talk about these, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!